Thank you. It's easy enough to say that you shouldn't be afraid, that we only fear the unknown rather than the real. But sometimes it is hard to conquer fear. And if I pretend to be some kind of authority on fear, it's for the very good reason that when I was young, I was a rather timid young man. I won't say that I was afraid of my own shadow, but there were people who awed me, who made me feel so self-conscious I'd find myself absolutely tongue-tied in their presence. We've all known fear. And the interesting thing is that the better we get to know fear, the smaller it seems, the less dreadful it becomes. I'll never forget visiting a sick woman in the hospital once. Oh, this was several years back. I knew she was at death's door, and the moment I saw her face, I knew that she knew it too. The curious thing about her expression was that it was totally devoid of the slightest fear. It was a face exuding warmth and serenity. This was a woman confronting her destiny and mastering it in her mind and soul. Now, I was anxious to know her secret, how she conquered her fear of death, and I'll be right back to you with her answer after this. I asked this dying woman in the hospital how she had managed to conquer her fear of death. You know, she took the whole situation so calmly, she didn't answer me right away. She wanted to talk about her children and husband, and while she talked, I noticed an inner smile that I can only describe as touched by something like the glory of the sunrise. But I had to know the secret of her fortitude. You know where I got it, she said finally? Out of confidence in life. I've always trusted in the good. No matter how dark things have seemed, I've always had the idea that life was fundamentally good. And you know something? I've never been disappointed. And I see no reason to believe that there's anything but goodness waiting for me now. As I left the hospital, I thought of a line from Shakespeare's King Henry VI. True nobility is exempt from fear. That woman, a woman of modest means and circumstances, was a truly noble woman. She needed no coat of arms or title to advertise her nobility. She had it where it counted, in her very being deep in her heart, nourished by her thoughts and deeds of everyday living. Nobility is totally democratic. It's available to us all through confidence, through positive, constructive thinking. Emerson used to say that the man who doesn't surmount a fear every day has not learned the lesson of life. Fear is contained and liquidated through the nobility of positive thinking.